Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Cno. I'm back with another video. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back because the Leagues is coming back. It drops April 15th. It's called League's Demonic Pacts. Kind of centers around Yama, and a lot of his aspects are going to be factored into the new Leagues. Just on Sunday, they released some teasers, and they released another one today, some relics, your starting relics. So I just want to make a quick video and talk about all that stuff. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing that they teased on Sunday was a little video, but it's just this image the whole time. So I just took a screenshot. It's on screen now. I believe this is every single relic. I'm not sure if there's some missing or not. I haven't seen that confirmed or denied. And if you look at all these, there's a lot that look new. There's definitely some tried and true ones that we know of. Right in the center, right there, you have last recall, not total recall, excuse me. And then above that to the left, you have Banker's Note. So a lot of these are familiar, but some of them I've never seen before, and it's just kind of anyone's guess what they're going to be. So I'll leave that up on screen for a minute. It looks like some of them are related to sailing, maybe. The turtle one, I've got to think is related to sailing, but anyways, I don't want to speculate on these too much because they're going to roll them out in the coming weeks before they drop the leagues. So let's get right into the three starter relics that they did release all the details for. So the three relics that they have already announced are your starting relics, and I gotta say, I think the starting relics this year are much better than the past few leagues. So I'm really excited to weigh these options against each other. I'll just go through them in alphabetical order, and that will start us out with Abundance. This is going to give you coins, GP, as you get XP. So if you get 100 XP, you're going to get 200 GP. It's basically double the XP you get in coins, and you can have it go to your bank or stay in your inventory. You can toggle it however you want. Every time you get an XP drop, you gain an additional 2 XP in the same skill. If I'm reading it correctly, it's just an additional 2. It's not 2 times. I'm pretty sure I'm reading that right. So I kind of feel like it's not that much, but obviously RuneScape is a battle of attrition, so over time it'll add up. I just don't feel like it jumps out at me and is big enough for me to be like, oh, that's the one for sure. And then you get the quality of life boost that all non-combat skills are boosted by 10. So that's always really nice, especially at the beginning of the leagues. Super helpful right off the rip. Not so much towards the end, but still pretty good overall. All right, next that brings us to a Barbarian Gathering. This one's going to give you an item called the knapsack, which you can store stuff in. It's like a coal bag, a log basket, all that stuff all in one. And it has a capacity of 140, which is not bad. And then what this is going to allow you to do is chop wood, mine rocks, or fish with your bare hands. No tools, no bait. It's really nice, really quality of life. Whenever you gain fishing, wood cutting, or mining XP, you're going to gain an additional 10% in strength and agility. So just like Barbarian Fishing. And then on failing to mine, catch fish, or chop a tree, you'll have a separate 50% chance to succeed. That's kind of par for the course, but this is what I love. Typically, this relic is split up into like 3 different things. For your starter relics, it's like you can get the crystal woodcutting axe, you can get a crystal harpoon, or you can get a crystal pickaxe. So what they've done is basically combine all those into one, and I think it's made the starting relics so much more competitive. Anyways, let's move on to the final one, which is Endless Harvest. This is going to let you endlessly harvest, like it says, from fishing spots, trees, and mining rocks, even if someone comes over and depletes it after your initial interaction. And then everything you gain from fishing, woodcutting, or mining is going to be times 2. So each time you get a log, you'll get 2 logs. Each time you get a piece of coal, piece of runite ore, you're going to get 2, so on and so forth. The cool part is it's going to be doubled XP as well. So each individual piece that you collect will gain XP. All right, now that we've looked at them individually, it's time to weigh the relics against each other. And I gotta be honest, the more I've thought about this, the harder it's got. They really have made the starting relics so much more competitive this year over years prior, over prior leagues. So I'm really stoked. It makes it that much more fun. But I guess it's time to make a choice. And I think that I would have to go with Endless Harvest. It's just too good to have the ability to send stuff straight to your bank. The only caveat here is depending on how early you can get banknote. But anyways, back to the main point. It's so important to be able to send stuff straight to your bank. It makes AFKing so much easier. It makes maxing these skills out so much easier. And the fact that we're getting 2 resources from each successful mining, fishing, or woodcutting, whatever, and you get XP for both, it's too good. I think that's too good. And they've also fixed an issue that they've had in previous leagues. If you've had a relic where you can get something endlessly, if someone that doesn't have the relic comes up and they deplete that resource, then you're screwed too. So it's awesome that they make it, if your initial interaction with the resource is when it's available, it doesn't matter if somebody comes and depletes it, you're good to go. So that's massive. I would say if I didn't go with Endless Harvest, I would go Barbarian Gathering because of the strength and agility XP. So if you get 100 XP drop, you're going to get 10 XP for agility and strength. And then with the league's multipliers, that's going to be massive. You know, you're going to be getting 1,000 XP drops, which is 100 strength, 100 agility. And it's always nice to be able to get things passively on the side when you're focusing on something like fishing, woodcutting, or mining. If the multipliers are big enough, theoretically, you could work towards maxing out strength and agility through mining, woodcutting, and fishing. It's not the biggest thing because it's kind of expected at this point, but it is nice that that will give your hands the equivalent of the crystal axe, crystal pickaxe, or crystal harpoon. So that's super nice. And then the 50% chance to succeed, again, if you fail to mine a rock, catch a fish, or chop a tree, is a huge quality of life thing. And mathematically, that's going to speed up your XP gain too, but I don't think it would speed it up as much as gaining 2 resources at once and XP for both. Now, I put Abundance as my third choice just because there's typically much better money makers than having to rely on XP to gain your money. It's definitely a quality of life thing because in leagues, you're gaining XP constantly. You know, you're usually gaining agility XP whenever you're running. You can usually thieve forever. You can AFK till 99 essentially with thieving. So you'll be gaining coins through thieving and through your XP gain. But again, there's just typically so many good money making strategies that I think it would be a little bit of a waste to use Abundance. And like I said when I was going over the skill at the beginning of the video, the permanent 10 skill boost at the beginning is so nice. It's awesome. It really allows you to move freely throughout quests and stuff way easier, way sooner. But you can level those skills up so quickly that by the time you've got base 50s, it's, you know, base 50s, 60s, 70s, it's kind of a moot point to have the permanent 10 boost, in my opinion. So I would definitely put Abundance in the third spot out of these 3. The one thing I will say, without Misthalin, if I'm saying that right, we're not going to have the store with the magic stones and the gold leaves and all that stuff, and that's usually everybody's moneymaker. You get the, you know, high alch relic that lets you alch something with a 50% chance not to waste the item, and then you go down, you buy 1,000,000 gold leaves, and then you get max cash, right? So with Misthalin not being in leagues this time, that will take away one of the biggest money makers that everybody uses almost every leagues. But I still think there's going to be better money making options than relying on your XP. So that being said, I think I'm going to go Endless Harvest. Barbarian Gathering is like right there, so I might change my mind, but I'm pretty set on Endless right now. And then I'd put Abundance in the third spot out of the 3. So anyways, I'm super stoked for these teasers. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. I don't know if they're doing a teaser per day like they did in last year's leagues or the last leagues. I don't know if it was in 2025, but anyhow, I'm super stoked to see the next teaser. I cannot wait for April 15th. I love playing leagues. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Let me know what relic you guys would choose in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace out.